Hey guys, Anthony here. Welcome. It's Monday, February 12th, 2024. Today's video I'm going to do, excuse me, on the Retevis-B3S FRS radios. This is the user manual here. And in this video today, I want to go over some of the basics of this radio, tell you why, in what situations you might want to use this. I know Retevis, I think, is going to have a link and a discount code that I will put in the video so you could go down and take a look at them. I'll also link in some other Retevis radios that I've done reviews on in the past. And on the other models, like this RT22P model that I have here, I just keep it in a Ziploc bag with the parts to it, the cables and the manual, what have you. But here are the radios. These are the RT22Ps, and I bring these up because my wife and I use these frequently around the house. So she might be inside the house, I might be outside working. There's even times I'll walk down to my parents'. They're about a half a mile away, and I'll take one and she'll have one at the house, and we could still talk to each other back and forth. And so I've used these even when she was sick in bed. She wasn't able to get out of bed and I was in the house or in the garage. She could call me and say, hey, I'm not feeling well, bring me something, whatever. These worked flawlessly in that regard. They're FRS radios, family radio service. They're no nonsense. They've got a long standby time and long use time. And so that's why I like them. They're inexpensive. They're not cheaply made, but they're inexpensive. So they're affordable by everyone. And out of the box, they're very easy to use by everyone. So whether it's you and your kids, you and your spouse, family members, whatever, members of your group. And then so the B3S has bumped it up a notch in that they have a screen now that you can see right here. And for about, I think they list for about $40 a pair, $38.99 a pair, if I'm not mistaken. You really get a lot for what you pay for. Okay, so that's the, you get a pair of them. So this is the radios. So when you turn them on, and I'm going to go over some of the features of them.
Welcome.
You have a screen to see what channel you're on. So right now we're both on channel 1. Testing. See the green light, so that's working. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. So right now, if I had these, my wife and I, hey, we're on channel 1. I'm taking a walk down the street to walk the dogs. Let me know if you need me. Here I go, and there you go. So for short distances, things like going to the mall, you're in one store, your spouse is in the other store, or one of your kids is in the other store, give them a radio, they could be in contact with you. Another one, if you're traveling on the road, somebody's following you, you're going from point A to point B, each have a radio, you could talk to each other car to car without texting or using your phones. Makes it a lot easier when you're on the road as well. So just a few uses of these radios off the bat. And again, these are compatible with these as well. So if I turn the RT22P on.
Power on. 1.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. So they're compatible. So if you have the RT22Ps, they will be compatible with the B3S. So what are some of the features? I'm going to do another video, probably do a couple videos on this radio, another video on programming. You can download the software from the Retevis website, which I'll put in the link also, and you could change some of the functions of the radio rather than doing it on the screen, which you can do through the menu. It just makes it a lot easier. The radios come with this box here, and this is how they come, 2 in the box, and you get the programming cable, which is a neat thing. A a lot of companies don't supply the programming cable, which is what you need if you want to use your computer to use the software and program them. Comes with the AC adapter and then the USB, and then both of these USB-Cs are on one cord, or it's actually split, so you could charge both of these at one time and just plug them in just like this. Plug this in the wall, and on the side of the radio here you've got a little rubber gasket, and I have no fingernails, of course, so you want to open this up. Of course, on video it's a pain. But this will house the charging port that you can see right there, and then also a 3.5 millimeter earpiece for putting an earpiece in your ear, that way you're silent. So this simply plugs in there. You plug this in the wall into both radios, and then you'll charge your radios. Very simple. They will I know I have written here a standby time and a use time. We'll go through that, but again, this is the manual, and the output power of these radios is 2 watts. The voltage is 3.7 volts. Frequencies, family radio service, which I said before. 16 channels. 16 channels on the family radio service, and the side of the radio here, the orange button is your push to talk, your up and down channels from 1 to 16, and then down again, and then this button will access the menu. So there's several different menu features that I'll go over in this video, just to give you an outline of what they are, so you can program this through the radio itself. There's also a little alarm on here that you could set. But yeah, so simple to use, super thin, lightweight, includes the belt clip. I mean, this you could put in your shirt pocket, in your pants pocket, no problem. Get a bunch of them, issue them to your family, your group members, and for around the compound or your house or your farm, around local distances, short distances, these are going to function fine. And again, the family radio service is what the blister pack radios contain. Lithium ion battery, LCD display. Again, I mentioned the programming is USB-C. There's 14 functions on the radio. You have a squelch you could set from 0 to 9, transmit power setting, battery save mode, Vox function, which is that you're able to talk if you wanted to without depressing the button, the push to talk button. You could just have the radio on, speak, and it'll pick up your voice. Backlit delay function, prompt setting, timeout timer, which dictates like how long you could talk continuously without it timing out, so you could set that. CT, CSS, and DCS settings, those come from the factory, and they're in the manual here. And why you would use the software for that is you can go on the software and delete the CSS codes, which are here on the right here, this side here. You could take those out and just have the frequencies themselves right here. These are your 16 FRS frequencies. And so you could set different tones for this, so the radio will talk to itself on those tones. So that's what that is. Busy channel function, scan function, a monitor function, a low battery alert, emergency alarm, as I said before, and a keypad lock, so you could lock it to a channel. That way you can't hit a button inadvertently and switch the channel. Ultra thin, again, I said that, I showed you that. It's 0.59 inches or 15 millimeters. It's 103 grams. They're super light. Again, these are license free. You don't need a ham radio license, a GMRS license or anything like that. So you get these shipped to your house from Retevis, and they'll be ready to use right out of the box. So you're going on a trip this weekend, get these, boom, you're on your trip and you got some radios, you got some uses. Systems go down, your cell phones go down, something happens, you got these as backup for close, short distance talking. Again, I mentioned around the neighborhood, the shopping mall, schools is another feature. I know some people that are teachers. They use the Retevis, which I recommended to them. They have the another model, not this exact one, but a similar model with the Retevis, with the FRS functions. And there's about 16 teachers. Each one of them have a radio. They could talk from room to room if there's an emergency, someone needs something, and they have the multi-charger that charges them. So these are tried and true radios used in the field. And again, restaurants, church, etc. You saw the church, Lakewood Church, just had a shooting. If your church or your synagogue or your temple or something, and you had these radios in effect, you could talk to each other. And let's say there's a security team, with pastors, the rabbis, whatever. You could still talk to each other within the grounds of the facility. So it's another use as well. The LCD screen again is going to show you the battery level, the channel, the key lock, and the voice function. And there you see that. So I thought adding the screen feature was a great little addition for these. The battery is a lithium amp hour battery, 1,620 milliamp hours, and here is the it'll stay working for continuous working for 18 hours, which is really good, and 49 hours on standby on a charge. So that's pretty darn good, guys, right out of the box. Okay. And especially for a thin radio like this. Emergency alarm, and again I mentioned you can get the earpiece, which is not included, but they're very readily available. 3.5 millimeter earpiece. You could put that in your ear, plug it to the radio. You had your radio in your backpack or in your pocket. Now you could talk without others hearing your transmissions, which is a good thing if you want it to be quiet. And so that's the basic functions of the radio. These Retevis B3S. Again, this is the user manual. It's a short manual, nothing real complicated. Here are the highlights of the radio. You can see that there. They're just like walkie-talkies that you get in the store, except they're a step higher and in a really small package, nice and thin, fixed antenna. You don't have to remove the antenna or change anything, so that's not going to fall off. It's a fixed antenna, and again, you'd be ready to go with these right out of the box. I could start using these right now. In fact, I'm going to go to my mom's house, give her a radio. I'm going to take one, go out for a walk with the dogs, and film a clip of me talking to my mom and dad at their house while I walk the dogs with this to show you around the neighborhood how they receive and transmit. Okay, so that'll be the next video that's coming up. This video, I just wanted to introduce these, get them out there, let you know that Retevis was giving a discount for them, and they're readily available, and you could order them ASAP. So thanks for watching the video today on the Retevis-B3S FRS radios. Thank you for watching. Take care. Stay ready. Anthony signing off.